Good evening, and welcome to El Centro College's 2017 commencement. Please stand with me to honor our great nation for the presentation of the colors performed by the Lincoln High School Color Guard, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Student Government Association President, Mr. Gerald Casal.
Okay. Please put your right hand on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Let's give Mr. Casal and the Lincoln High School Color Guard, under the directorship of Major Calvin Thompson, a solid round of applause. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome you again to El Centro College's 2017 Commencement Ceremony. My name is Dr. Jose Adames, and I am the president of El Centro College. I ask you now to silence your cell phones or put them on vibrate. Also, please remember that college and university commencements are serious without being somber. There will be plenty of time to cheer and plenty to cheer about. But remember that everyone in this audience is here to celebrate the achievement of someone who marches across the stage. Please do not let your enthusiasm for the success of your graduate make it impossible for someone else to enjoy the accomplishments of theirs. Thank you. Now, please join me in a moment of silence for Hanira Nicole Gonzalez, a North Lake College student who passed away as a result of the May 3rd tragedy at North Lake. Thank you. We have approximately 550 graduates here this evening. Give yourselves a solid round of applause. I want to see those smiling faces. Are there smiling faces out there? All of your significant others are up there looking at you, so I want you to smile all the way through. This graduation is particularly memorable as El Centro is celebrating its 50th anniversary this academic year. On a count of three, Let's give a loud chaparral birthday greeting to the college by repeating after me. Happy birthday, El Centro. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, El Centro. You know, I don't think they could hear it down on Elm and Lamar or at the West Campus. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, El Centro. That is wonderful, wonderful. That is awesome. So marking the 50th anniversary of the college and this commencement, for the first time in our history, we have the New Texas Symphony Orchestra providing our music. Dr. Catherine D. Kathy Brown, founder and artist, director of the orchestra, is also a faculty member and music program coordinator at Cedar Valley College. The individual names of the members of the orchestra are listed in the program on page 22. Join me in thanking them for performing for this evening for you. You know, there are two periods of time in higher education that I most cherish: the start of a new academic year in the fall and commencement. Commencement reminds me of the purpose of higher education to, quote, help every human being to experience more fully, live more broadly, perceive more keenly, feel more deeply, and to pursue the happiness of self-fulfillment, and to gain the wisdom to see that this is inextricably tied to the general welfare, end quote. Terry O'Banion, nationally renowned educator and thinker and former employee of the College District. Now it is my pleasure and distinct honor to recognize our platform guests. Please stand as I call your name. Board member, Ms. Monica Lira Bravo. Guest speaker, Mr. Zachary Thompson. Student speaker, graduate, Ms. Chelsea Garcia. Student Government President, Mr. Jera Casal. Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Greg Morris. Vice President of Community and Economic Development, Ms. Sandra Fleming. Vice President of Student Services and Enrollment Management, Dr. Shameen Crawford. Interim Vice President of Business Services, Ms. Lenora Reese. Principal, Wright L. Lassiter Early College High School, El Centro College, Mr. Michael St. Amand. Thank you. Please be seated. Now it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce Trustee Monica Lira Bravo. Trustee Bravo has represented District 4 since June of 2016. She is a board-certified attorney in immigration and nationality law. Trustee Bravo received her BA from Southern Methodist University and her law degree, JD, from Texas Tech University School of Law. Trustee Bravo is recognized for her dedicated and outstanding civic and professional services. I'll just name a few. Latino Center for Leadership Development, inaugural class fellow. Dallas Bar Association Board of Directors, founding chair of Immigration Law Section. Dallas Hispanic Bar Association President. Hispanic National Bar Association Board of Governors. Sigma Lambda Gamma National Sorority Incorporated. The Hockaday School Alumni Board Director at Large. Anita N. Martinez Ballet Folklorico Board of Directors Secretary. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Monica Bravo.
Good evening, students, parents, families, friends, faculty, staff, and honored guests. I am proud to be here representing the Dallas County Community College District Board of Trustees. I would like to welcome you to the El Centro College celebration on behalf of all the members of the DCCD Board of Trustees. As a member of the board, I am proud to share each student's success tonight and to acknowledge your accomplishments. As trustees and elected officials, we have many responsibilities, but I must tell you that being part of tonight's graduation is definitely one of the perks of being a trustee. Graduation day is when we see the fruits of our labor, and it's a reminder of why we serve you. You are the reason we are here. On behalf of the board, I'd like to thank our El Centro family for rallying together after the tragic events of July 7th. President Adames, your students and staff showed what it means to be El Centro strong. As we celebrate graduation with one another today, we are all aware that students and employees at Northlake College are coping with the death of Yanira Nicole Gonzalez last week. We all are part of the DCCD family, and we mourn the loss of one of our students. We also want the Northlake College community to know that we support them too during this difficult time. Our heart goes out to the family of Yanira Gonzalez, whose journey of healing is just beginning. The mission of the DCCD is to transform lives and communities through higher education. That means we want you to earn and acquire skills that help you build a career, earn a good living, support your family, and make positive contributions in our community. The district colleges enroll students of all ages from all walks of life. As you look around today, you can see that the other students here with you and at our other 6 colleges represent our diverse communities. What I see is your success. Today, you become a part of our district's proud history. We celebrate our district's 50th anniversary last year. This year, it's El Centro's turn. Today, as a member of the DCCD family and a trustee who is responsible for the success of this large family, I wish to congratulate every graduate here who has achieved an important goal. As a daughter of immigrants with a second-grade education and as a first-generation college graduate, I understand the struggles that many of you face to get to this day. For some of you, you may be the first in your family to graduate with a college degree. For others, you may have pursued a degree while working a full-time job and raising a family. Whatever the case may be, I applaud you for your perseverance and efforts. I also want to congratulate those members of our audience who have been your support system. You know who you are: moms and dads, aunts and uncles, husbands, wives, and children. You have believed in your graduate. They could not achieve their dreams without you. And of course, our faculty, staff, and administrators play key roles too. Many people around you today help you get to this point in your life, but you chose to work hard, to persevere, and to earn the title of graduate. Today is your day. I leave you with the immortal words of the great Dr. Seuss. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you'll know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. Congratulations to everyone. It's time to celebrate.
Good evening. Good evening. All right. It is my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker, Ms. Chelsea Garcia. Her life story epitomizes El Centro College's mission, changing lives through higher education. Chelsea was selected from among 8 contestants who applied for this year's commencement speech contest. Each contestant had to qualify for graduation, complete a commencement speaker application, and a typed 4 to 6 minute speech by a specific deadline. We had 2 finalists who had to present their speech to the ECC Commencement Speaker Committee that made the final decision. So congratulations, Chelsea, for being this year's Student Speaker Contest winner. Right. It's a lot of work. Chelsea Garcia served as the Vice President of the Student Government Association and as the Public Relations Officer for the Texas Junior College Student Government Association for Region 2 during the 2016-2017 academic year. She's been involved in many leadership organizations on and off campus throughout her time at El Centro, some of which include being an active member of Phi Theta Kappa, the I Lead Leadership Academy, the Street Team, El Centro College's Fashion Society, and the Dallas Women's Foundation. She was one of the 4 students selected to represent Dallas County Community College District at the National Legislative Summit held in Washington, D.C. in February 2017 to share her personal story to congressmen on how attending a community college has changed her life and to advocate for community colleges on Capitol Hill. Because Chelsea is extremely passionate about helping others seek all of the opportunities that life has to offer, she decided to create a student club on campus called Masterminds. The goal of this student club is to improve the mindset of students so that they will pursue career opportunities that they're passionate about. Because of her interest in the human mind and behavior, Chelsea has decided to major in neuroscience and psychology when she transfers in the fall. Chelsea loves volunteering and being a part of the community and has served as a volunteer at Soupmobile and Dallas Life, which are foundations that help the homeless. Due to her personal experiences in life, her ultimate goal is to become a life coach and a motivational speaker, transforming the lives of people and communities on a global scale. She was recently honored as Student Leader of the Year, so again, congratulations, Chelsea. We are looking forward to everything that the future holds for you. Chelsea believes that anything is possible so long as one believes that to be true. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Chelsea Garcia to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Crawford. Okay. Good evening, family, friends, loved ones, faculty, staff, and most definitely the graduating class of 2017. It is my greatest honor and privilege to be standing up here on stage this year as your student commencement speaker tonight. I just want to point out how excited I am that my family flew down all the way from the Northeast to come celebrate this monumental moment for me. So thank you guys. I spotted you in the crowd earlier. You can't hide now. I also want to thank everyone who has helped me get to where I'm at right now, and that includes my Student Government Association advisors, Mrs. Shanae Moore and Ms. Destiny Jackson, Mr. Curtis Lee, Mrs. Paige Blue Jacket, Mrs. Marilyn Sullivan, Mr. James Falvo, my whole Student Government Association team, all of my peers in the DCCCD community, Dr. Adamas, Dr. Greg Morris, everyone in the district office, and of course, my family. I sincerely want you all to know that I couldn't have accomplished as much as I have with the help and the support that all of you have provided me with. Now, before I get started, let me warn you guys that my speech will most likely consist of an infusion of corny jokes, fiery passion, and some pretty sensitive life lessons. So either way, I'm gonna put you guys through an emotional roller coaster. I guess we're pretty much in a relationship tonight. Well, let's get started. When I first began at El Centro College, I would have never imagined to be where I'm at today. My family and I come from extremely humble beginnings in New York, and right after high school, I wasn't prepared for college. I wasn't even prepared for life after high school. When it comes to high school, I didn't get to walk at my own graduation or go to prom like my other classmates did. I wasn't involved, nor was I academically disciplined, And the reason was that I didn't really understand the value behind an education to begin with. All I knew was that if I got good grades, I'd hopefully get accepted to a good college and hopefully get a good paying job. And in all reality, that's the mindset that a lot of us have. But the thing is, that was the furthest extent of my knowledge behind the importance of education in school to begin with. Back to high school, I ended up taking a year off after I got my diploma, and I finally applied to this fashion school in New York. Well, I ended up getting accepted, and I remember it was an amazing moment for me because I realized, man, I can actually choose my life, choose the person I want to be, and actually become the person I knew I was capable of becoming. Well, unfortunately, I had no way to pay for college, and I had an uncle who lived here in Texas, and he reached out to me one day to propose that I move here with him and his wife. Well, to be honest with you guys, I didn't know anything about Texas, so I thought he was nuts to begin with. I wanted to become someone in fashion, a huge designer, not a cowgirl. I'm sorry. But I'm here 3 years later, and I love this country. Wait, I mean this state. I'm sorry. And I'm still avoiding conversations with the Dallas Cowboys because I know that's a pretty sensitive topic here. But I want to say that I knew that whichever path I took, either coming to Texas or staying in New York, I knew that moment was going to be life-changing for me. However, I didn't know which was the right path to take. Well, I'm standing before you all tonight, so I think it's pretty clear that I chose to move to Texas. I enrolled in Centro College, and I remember the moment I stepped foot into El Centro's doors, I knew that was my fresh start. It was my second chance to take hold of my life. So I really want to take a moment to thank my uncle in the crowd tonight for taking a chance on me and for taking me in as if I were one of your own. You really changed my life, Theo. That means uncle. I love you so much, and I couldn't be half the woman I am tonight if it wasn't for your help, guidance, support, and love. I see you over there, so I'm going to tell you right now, I love you so much. You were so amazing. Thank you for everything. As a little girl, guys, my biggest aspiration in life was to become a dolphin. That's right. A living, breathing, huge mammal of a thing, a dolphin. You see, that whole dreamer mentality has always stuck with me. And I soon gained this creativity bug that influenced me to pursue art, and then fashion design and marketing, and then engineering. But engineering didn't really work out for me, so we don't talk about that much at home. And now neuroscience and psychology. You see, whatever interest I wanted to pursue, El Centro College always had an opportunity for me. And I bet some of you are wondering how this crazy girl went from wanting to become a dolphin to a neuroscientist. Well, the truth is, it was probably to figure out what was wrong with my own rocky brain. My point is, the person who is standing before you all tonight isn't the same person who walked through El Centro's doors 3 years ago. No, guys, I am everything more than I could have ever dreamed myself to be. I went from being a student who wasn't involved to a student who was involved in many leadership organizations on and off campus, serving officer positions, as well as the founder for a club on campus that consists of mentoring all students from any background. I went from being a student who wasn't academically disciplined by any means to a Phi Theta Kappa member, the Amadon Beecham Student Leader of the Year, a student who got chosen to speak to congressmen on behalf of the entire DCCCD community, and now I will be going to major in neuroscience in the fall. I went from being a girl who thought she had to do everything on her own to a girl who learned she had a whole team standing right beside her. I went from this shy little girl to your student commencement speaker tonight. You guys, if I can do this, you can do anything. So I really want to take another moment to thank everyone again, every single staff and faculty member, as well as the students and peers in our DCCCD community. Definitely Mr. Curtis Lee. He's not here tonight, but Curtis Lee has been my biggest guardian angel here at El Centro College. He has believed in me genuinely the moment I stepped foot into the Office of Student Life and continued to push me to do as much as I could and to keep on going and to never give up. And because of you, Curtis, you ultimately led me to do my best here at El Centro. So I thank you and I love you from the bottom of my heart. I know there are many students here who feel the same way about you. So I wish you could be here, Curtis. We need more people like you in our lives. You see, being a student at El Centro College has taught me much more valuable things than just passing my classes. There are 3 major topics that I would like to talk with you guys all about tonight, as I'm hoping these topics are relevant and relatable to you all, for we all have a different past, a different journey, a different destination, a different story, a different purpose. But what I will be touching on is universal and applicable to anyone listening tonight. So first, one of the major things I learned while attending El Centro is to see the opportunity in every single situation, not only the good. Opportunities are all around us, but they only make themselves apparent the moment we simply search for them. It is so easy to be blinded and to be distracted by the burdens that life throws at us, but even within those struggles, there are opportunities. And you must never stop searching. For we are curious beings, and our need to constantly discover is inevitable. It's who we are. It is what makes us human. So please, always be curious, always question, always search and discover and latch on to all of the opportunities around you, because you guys, there might not always be a second chance. And oftentimes, drastic changes in life lead to the greatest opportunities in life. Second, believe in and live for something greater than yourself. While taking my public speaking class 2 years ago, I wrote a speech on discovering your purpose. And while writing that speech, I realized that the driving force behind every single human being is so simple. It's to believe in something much greater than themselves. And I'm going to repeat that because that's really important. The driving force behind every single human being is to believe in something greater than themselves. It doesn't matter what that belief is, as long as it's greater than you. You see, when we have such high aspirations and aspire to reach such great destinations and set such high standards for ourselves, then we're actually living for something. And my friends, that's simply called purpose. So do something that matters, not something that you simply believe will just get you by, because it is only purpose that will drive you to success. Last but not least, don't give up. That was pretty loud. The road isn't always gonna be easy, but you mustn't give up. People aren't always going to agree with you, but you don't give up. Not everyone is going to share your vision, nor is everyone going to understand some of your crazy ideas, but you don't give up. You're not always going to receive an immediate yes for things you want, but you don't give up. You're going to be tired. Work and life are going to hit you in so many unexpected ways, but you still don't give up. When you feel like you can't handle things anymore, you don't give up. And then, one day, you're gonna find yourself in this amazing position. You're finally gonna get a yes. Things are gonna start playing out the way you envisioned them to. And you're gonna look back at all of those struggles, all of those oppositions, disagreements, rejections, and you know what? You're gonna be so thankful. You're gonna be so thankful that that you never gave up. Because if you had given up, guys, you wouldn't have made it very far. You wouldn't be here graduating today. So I commend all of you for not giving up on your education and for making it this far. Keep fighting for what you believe in and just never give up. So congratulations, guys. That's not the end of my speech, but congratulations. I promise I'm almost done. So seek opportunities, discover and be true to your purpose, and don't give up. You see, Throughout my experience here at El Centro College, I learned a lot of amazing things, but these are the 3 things that have really stuck with me. And I really hope that these topics relate to at least some of you tonight. All right, guys, we are graduating today, if you hadn't noticed. And I'm sure that El Centro College has been one heck of a ride for everyone. Most of us were way more than just college students. We were also parents, children away from home, employees, first-generation college students, caretakers, soldiers, athletes, creators, explorers, dreamers, leaders, advocates for national public affairs or political if you want to get technical. And maybe some of you guys channeled your inner spirit animal like I did with my dolphin. But most importantly, we are and still are diverse in every single way possible. And I could not be any more proud of that. At first, I didn't know what El Centro College was going to be like, and I was scared out of my mind. But if I had known it was going to be this amazing, I would have moved over here sooner. But class of 2017, let me tell you, we are the future. We have the ability to make a difference in this world. Not only do we have the ability, but we have the moral obligation. With everything going on in the world today, I am beyond grateful that we have completed our education in such a diverse environment that accepts people from all walks of life without any discrimination or prejudice, but simply with the goal in mind to change not just lives, but all lives through higher education. We should be proud of the foundation that El Centro College has provided for us. And our burdens don't get easier once we walk out these doors, and neither do our lives, but they also don't end. Once we graduate, our lives will just begin, as they will constantly begin every single day we choose to get up and out of bed. So just remember, the moment we choose to begin our lives is the moment our lives begin. With that being said, congratulations, class of 2017. Go ahead and start living. I just have one more request for you guys. Can we take a graduating class of 2017 selfie together? This wasn't in the script, so I hope you guys don't kill me up here. This will be over in 2 minutes. Are you guys okay with that? Do you want a class of 2017 graduating selfie? Let's do this. I'll be really fast if I can get this together. Okay, guys. On the count of 3. 1, actually no, just smile. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Chelsea, for your words of wisdom and your inspirational message. You know, we kicked off our year-long 50th anniversary last fall by inviting one of our former successful graduates, Mr. Zachary Thompson, to come share how El Centro helped shape his career and to offer some words of wisdom to our faculty and staff about how they can better serve our current student. His talk was so well received by our staff that I thought it would be fitting to invite him back to speak to our graduates today. For 12 years, Mr. Thompson has served as Director of Dallas County Health and Human Services, where he is responsible for running the day-to-day operations of more than 15 programs and 300-plus employees who work to ensure that the 2.4 million residents of Dallas County remain safe and healthy. As Director, he supervises 12 assistant directors and develops the approximately $125 million budget. He also has more than 25 years of experience in managing state and federal grants. 4 public health legislative bills have been passed with his active participation since his directorship began, and the Dallas County Health and Human Services received its national accreditation through the Public Accreditation Board under his leadership. He is a 2012 recipient of the Thomas Jefferson High School Distinguished Alumni Award. He received his Associates of Arts from Centro College. His Bachelor of Science from Social Work from the University of Texas at Arlington, and his Master of Arts from Amber University. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Zachary Thompson to the podium.
Good afternoon, El Centro graduates. How y'all doing? How's it feel? Give yourselves a hand. To the faculty, Dr. Adamas, to the parents, to the graduating students here this afternoon. Let me say to you, this is a proud moment. I stood in the same seat back in 1979. I'm dating myself, you can tell how old I am. But in 1979, I was definitely overjoyed, encouraged, and felt empowered coming through El Centro College. I want to say to you, this is the greatest community college is El Centro College. I don't need a script to talk about my experience. I'll be short, but let me be real clear. When I walked in to El Centro, I was just like most students, poor from a single parent household, did not have the financial wherewithal in terms of being able to afford a 4-year degree and go on to a 4-year institution. But it was here at El Centro that I met great faculty, great counselors, great students who encouraged me and built my self-esteem and my self-worth. At the end of the day, as you sit here and you look at what you've accomplished, I can truly say that it all began here at El Centro. Where I am today, as the director of Dallas County Health and Human Services, I would not be in the position that I am in today had I never walked through the doors of El Centro College. Although I'm proud of all the accomplishments, I was a working student. I focused on my studies, but there was still that connection that I didn't have, and it was a counselor at El Centro College that said to Zach Thompson, you can go on to University of Texas at Arlington. She picked up the phone, made a call, and said, I believe I got a student here that can do well on your university. Now, I want to be clear. I'd never been to Arlington unless I went to Six Flags over Texas. And from that aspect, I stepped on the campus of University of Texas at Arlington. And to the parents, and to the grandparents, and to the spouses, how important it is here tonight to be able to encourage these students to go on and to live out their dreams is so important. I became an adjunct professor. I teach at Eastfield. Maybe can I get a job at El Centro now? No. I'm an adjunct professor at Eastfield College. And one of the things that I do every year with my students is I relive all of the great information, the knowledge that I received from the professors at El Centro College. And as I get ready to close, I want to remind you of two things. One, when you leave here tonight, don't let anyone hold you back in terms of where you want to go in your next step. And I'm reminded of a history professor at El Centro as I close. He pointed out to me and to the class, and I close every semester with this same story. He said there was an 80-year-old lady that was sitting on the porch, and as he visited this 80-year-old lady, he asked her, do you have any thoughts on your life? And she said, I have one regret. And he said, what is that? That I didn't give my all. And he said, what do you mean you didn't give your all? He said, when I could have took 12 hours of classes, I only took 3 hours of classes. When I should have studied longer, I cut that time short to play. When I could have achieved more, I I didn't feel strong enough about myself. I felt poor self-esteem, poor self-worth. I could have accomplished more. I say to you today, her point was that I still made it through life at 80 years old, but I could have accomplished more. Your challenge is not to be driven by the press and the negative media. Your charge is not to be concerned of what goes on in America, because you are what we need in America. I see future presidents. I see future congresspersons. I see individuals who will be professors one day sitting in this room. But the only thing that can hold you back is yourself. So I challenge you tonight, as you accept your diploma, is that you accept the courage, the commitment to make Dallas, Texas, and this nation great. I'll see you at the top.
Now you know why we selected Mr. Thompson as our speaker this evening. Amazing story, amazing experience, and it all began where? Centro College. This is where it all began. Mr. Thompson, in appreciation being our 2017 commencement speaker, I would like to present this plaque to you in commemoration of your talk this evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ms. Garcia? Ms. Garcia, in commemoration for being our 2017 commencement student speaker, I would like to present this plaque to you as well. Thank you. Now, I would like to ask the following groups of students to stand and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until I conclude calling the groups. Honor scholars, please stand. Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, please stand. Mu Alpha Theta Math Society, please stand. Lambda Nu National Honor Society, please stand. Sigma Alpha Lambda Honor Society. Rising Star graduates. Men of distinction. Student Government Association. Leaders of Student Government Associations. International students. Europe graduates. And a special recognition to our veteran graduates who are wearing red, white, and blue honor cords. Congratulations to all of you for your achievements. Thank you. Please be seated. Now I would like to ask the Lassiter Early College High School graduates to stand. Lassiter Early College High School students to stand and be recognized. These students are receiving their associate degree before 2 weeks earlier, before they receive their high school diploma. This year we have 57. This year we have 57 students receiving their associate degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated. And I'd like to recognize ECC staff members who are receiving degrees from Centro College this year. Congratulations. Now, we have come to the most exciting part of our program, the presentation of the class of 2017. It is my pleasure to recognize Vice Presidents Dr. Greg Morris and Ms. Sandra Fleming, who will present the graduates. Each graduate will receive from the college a silver and blue keychain as a graduation memento as they exit the stage. Distributing the key chains will be Interim Vice President of Business Services, Ms. Lenora Reese, and Lassiter Early College High School Principal, Mr. Michael St. Amand.